Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm bringing you a review of the H&K VP9. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. Okay, so we've got a manual. We've got a H&K sticker. We've got a lock, which is a federal requirement. We've got our third magazine. This particular model came with the factory night sights and 3 mags. This is our second 15 round mag, third 15 round mag. We've got our mag loader, our small and large back strap that goes here, and then we have our side grip panels, which are small and large. Okay, I'll go over some of the specs. The H&K VP9 is a 9mm, it's a 9x19. The overall length of this handgun is 7.34 inches. The height is standing tall is 5.41 inches. The width is 1.32 inches, so it's rather thick. Okay, the barrel length is 4.09 from here to here. The sight radius from the front of the front sight to the rear sight is 6.38 inches. The weight of this handgun with an empty magazine is 25.56 ounces. The trigger pull is 5.4 pounds. The trigger travel is 0.24 inches. And the return travel, which is the reset, is 0.12 inches. So the trigger is very nice on this handgun, that I must admit. The slide has front charging serrations. It also has rear charging serrations, and it has a, I don't know what you want to call this, but it has extra an extra piece of metal. I don't know what H&K calls it, but it gives you a little bit more for your thumbs to grab to pull on it. So I actually like that somewhat, and I'm assuming that is the reason why they say the weapon is 1.32 inches because of this. They had to factor in that, which makes it very thick, but it's not as thick here as it is here. So I mean, it's not horribly fat like, say, a high point. It's not, you know, like boxy, goofy, fat, you know, like a high point. One of the features of this handgun that I really do like is I really do like the texturing. The ergonomics of the grip in general is very, very nice. It's very nice. It's very like well thought out. And the controls on the side of the handgun, if anyone that knows me knows that I do not like to have metal controls that are large on the side of my handgun, the side of my frame. Because when I shoot, I like to ride and index the palm of my hand here. I like to index it in this pocket. And I like for my thumb here to ride along the side of the frame. Now I'm gonna tell you, I have really shied away from the H&K VP9 because of the controls, and I feel like an idiot that I did it. Okay, like I feel like a complete idiot because the way that they designed this gun and they put this indentation here, you can really see your palm in this area, and you can almost bypass this and still get your thumb here. But even if you wanted to ride it high like I do, they rounded this takedown pin. So it's pretty smooth, and it does have some cuts in it. So you can get your thumb to mash into it for added stability. So it really feels good in my hand. And like I said, I'm kind of embarrassed to even say that I ruled this handgun out because the design of it is very, very nice. And it is a contender with the Glock 19X, the G45 model, which is also a 9mm handgun. I mean, this is a really nice handgun. It takes some getting used to releasing the mag, you know, with my thumb down like this instead of pushing in. But that's something that can be fixed through, you know, repetition and training. One of the things that I found somewhat interesting was that when I tried to release the slide catch, it was kind of difficult for me the very first time when I did it. But, you know, after doing it a couple of times, I figured it out. You just, you know, hit it on that really sweet spot here and you just push down and it drops it. So I literally couldn't get it to do that at all the very first time I tried to do it. And it's even easier if you're a left-handed shooter because you have leverage here. You actually have leverage here, so you can get it to drop super fast because, you know, this offers leverage. The pin is here and you've got all of this metal here to pull down on where you don't really have that here. Okay, so which it's a little bit stiffer, a little bit harder to do. But for you right-handed guys, if you train, you know, you're gonna run this gun through its paces and you'll figure it out in no time. So that's no big deal. Let's go ahead and disassemble the handgun. Move the case out of the way. Move this stuff over. Try to get it out of the shot as much as I can. All right, so instead of flipping up like most handguns, you actually flip down the takedown pin. Okay, release the slide forward, press the trigger, and it comes right off. So we've got our frame here, we've got our slide here, we've got our recoil spring / guide rod spring, we've got our barrel. And one of the things that I noticed immediately is that it does not have your traditional firing pin block. Okay, what it has is it has this arm that blocks the striker from moving forward. So the way that this handgun works is when you press the trigger, this bar moves back. It moves back. And when it moves back, it pushes across this rod. And what that does is it pushes, turn it this way, it pushes this, this not rod, but this arm, it pushes this arm to the right. And when that happens, it basically changes the metal, the direction of the metal that's blocking the firing pin or striker. So that allows the striker to move forward and for the firing pin to strike the back of the projectile. So you do not have to worry about dropping this handgun and it going off accidentally because they have blocked the striker where you cannot fire this weapon by dropping it. The only way this weapon will fire is if the trigger is pressed. So if you drop it hard enough where you basically destroy the trigger guard and the trigger is pressed, then yes, the weapon will go off. But you've got bigger problems if you drop it that hard. I mean, seriously, the only way you're gonna do that is if you fall out of an airplane. So let's go ahead and put it back together. Have to remember this goes in a little bit different. And this guide rod spring / recoil spring is made out of steel and stainless steel, so it's super durable, guys. Drop it back. And that is how easy it is to field strip this handgun. It's very, very easy to do. Most of these handguns that are higher end quality brand handguns are, you know, are made very simplistic. So that's it. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.